So before you write the equation, you need three values. The A value, amplitude. I'm going to ask somebody right now. This is a formula we've used. How do you find the A value now? It's an equation that we've been using all throughout this unit. A value. What is the equation of the A value? How do I find it? No idea. Anna? Anna?
Max minus min divided by 2.
Good. Max, you doing all right, Anna?
Yeah, okay.
All right. It sounded a little stuffy there. That's all right. We miss you here. All right. The boys are hurting. All right. A value, max minus min divided by 2. You also need a C value to write an equation. C value, very similar to the A value. How'd you find the C value? What formula did we use there? Colin, what formula did we use for the C value?
Max plus min over 2.
There you go. We're still going to use that today. Max plus min over 2. Remember, guys, that's my shift, too. That's my midline, the C value. All right, then we come to this. You also need a B value, the frequency. But the problem is, I've never given you a formula to find B. But think about it. Don't we have a formula that's got B in it? I may not have given you a formula that says B equals, but there is a formula we have used so many times that has B in it. And that formula is what? The formula for, Will? What formula has B in it already?
The period, right? The
period formula, yep. Which is, do you remember it? Period equals what? 2 pi over
B.
There you go. So when we find a B value today, we're going to have to use the period formula to find it. All right? All right, here we go. First example. I basically just give everything to you. Here is all the values. You just write the equation for me. I am giving you A, B, and C right off the bat. You just have to write the equation for me. All right, here we go. One person only. Boom. Here we go. Caroline, what is the A value here?
3.
Okay, so ready? Y equals, they tell me at the beginning of the problem it's going to be sine. So Caroline, we're going to write Y equals 3, because sine. Now hold on here, everybody. The next part, I need you to put in parentheses, which is your B value. Caroline, what's another name for the B value? That's frequency, which is what?
4.
So in the parentheses, guys, we're going to write 4x. So the B value and the x, please put that in parentheses for me from now on. And then what's my C value, Caroline?
Plus 5.
How do you know it's plus 5 and not minus 5?
Because it's shifting up.
Good. Shift up. The shift is another name for the C value. Plus 5. You guys just wrote your first equation for the day. Questions there? A, B, and C. Need all those values. All right, as you guys know, it's not going to be as easy as here's all the values, write the equation. So next up, can we get the values from a graph? If I give you this graph, can we get A, B, and C to write the equations? All right, let's find out. Anybody know first of all, what graph this is? Does this look like a cosine or a sine curve to you guys? Because it doesn't tell us in the direction, so we got to figure out for ourselves. Look where it starts. It starts at 1. This is cosine, yep. This is a cosine curve, all right, because it starts at 1. Starts at the max, right? Starts at the max. All right, A value. Here we go. Somebody for the A value. Hi, Isaiah. How we doing? Isaiah in the house. What's the formula again?
Max minus min.
Okay, max minus min over
2.
All right, here you go. Look at the curve. How high does it go? Up to what?
Up to 1.
Okay, so 1 minus, how low does it go?
-1.
Minus -1 divided by 2.
Equal 1.
It's going to be 1. So the A value is 1. Good job, young buck. C value. I always skip over, I always do B last, by the way. That's how I roll, because I think A and C are the easiest to find. B is the hardest, so I leave it for last, if you're wondering. C value. Now I just add them and divide by 2. So I have 1 plus -1 divided by 2. What do you guys notice there for the C value?
0.
Yeah, it's 0. There's not going to be, there is no shift here. Just going to be 0. All good so far before I get to finding the B value here. All right, one more time. What formula am I using that's got B in it? Hunter, what formula am I using that has B in it?
Using period formula.
Yep. All right, everyone, here you go. So period equals 2 pi over that B value. We need to be able to look at a graph right now and tell what the period is. And I'm going to help you with this. All right, so we got to look at this graph and determine the period by ourselves. Period. Ready? How long this curve makes to make one full cycle. So this is a cosine curve. We are not seeing the full cosine curve, are we? Where on the x-axis, if we kept going, would we see a full cosine curve? Think about it right now. Don't yell anything out. The period is going to be where on the x-axis this cosine curve would end. Think about it. We see half of it right now at 2 pi. So where would this full cosine curve end on the x-axis? Where would it end? Dan, got any thoughts?
Would it end at 4 pi?
4 pi. Everyone in agreement with them? 4 pi? That's the period. The cosine curve would end at 4 pi. So I'll see one curve at 4 pi. That's your period. Now use this to solve for B. Equals 2 pi over B. So again, the period on a graph is when it ends, when a graph ends and starts repeating again. All right, so can anybody help me here? Will, any ideas on how I want to get B by itself here? I'll take... And here's a little hint, Will. Remember, 4 pi is over 1. So what can I do here?
Cross multiply.
Go ahead. So I got 4 pi times what?
B.
B. And on the other side, I'll have what?
2 pi.
Good job. Still got to get B by itself, Will. So how can I, what should I divide both sides by to get B by itself?
2 pi.
Oh, 2 pi doesn't have the B with it, though. What's got the B with it that I want to get rid of?
4 pi.
Divide by 4 pi. Divide by 4 pi. What's going to cancel out, Will?
The pi.
Yep.
4.
So the pi's will go. You were right. And then what's 2 over 4 reduced down to?
1/2.
There you go. So I got my B value is 1/2. Everyone see how we got to that point? That the B is 1/2. Woo! All right, guys, let's put it all together, and I'm going to have somebody write the equation for me. There you go. Bassett, here we go. Y equals, what was my A value, Bassett?
1.
Okay, if you guys want to write one, you can. You don't have to, though. We assume it's there if I don't write it. And this was a cosine curve. So cosine, what was our B value, Bassett?
1/2.
So everyone in parentheses, 1/2 x. Any C value, Bassett?
No.
Nope, you can put +0 if you want, but you don't need to write it. So there's the equation of that graph. Cosine 1/2 x. Anybody, go ahead, ask away. This is the hardest part is going to be finding that darn B value. All right, that's going to be the hardest part, finding the B value. Go ahead, ask away. Anything? All right, 3. Who's up with me for number 3? I give you the amplitude, the period, and the shift down 1. All right. I think we can handle this, huh? Colin, going back to you. What's my A value here, Colin?
2.
Good job. I skip over B to last. What's the C value here?
1.
Up or down 1?
Down.
So what are you going to tell me? It's not going to be 1, it'll be?
Down 1.
So -1, right? You okay there, Colin?
Yeah.
-1, everyone, because I'm going down 1. All right, Colin, we got some work to do because the B value is not 3 pi. What formula do I use for the B value?
Period.
Yep. So ready? Period equals 2 pi over B. What am I plugging in for the period?
3 pi.
All right, here we go. 3 pi equals 2 pi over B. Good job. All right, ready to cross multiply?
Yep.
All right, go ahead. 3 pi times,
B.
yep, equals what?
2 pi.
All right, your next move?
Bring 3 pi over, divide it over.
Yep. Cancel what you can cancel, and then let me know what your B value in this equation is.
2/3.
There you go. Good job, brother. Good job. 2/3. All right. Colin did the heavy work. Now we just got to write the equation. Ella, here we go. How you doing, Ella?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing unbelievable here. Unbelievable. We miss you here, by the way. All right. Y equals, here we go. What's my A value?
2.
2. Was this a sine or a cosine?
Cosine.
Good job. Cosine. What am I putting in my parentheses here?
2/3 x
Got it. And then at the end?
-1.
Great job. Great job. Ask away. Anybody. It's not that bad, right? Maybe the B value is a little tricky, but we'll get more practice there. All right. Let's go to a graph again now. Can I write the equation of this graph? Yeah, we're having a good time. All right, what's going to be my A value here? How do I find the A value of this graph, the amplitude? Come on now, come on. Colin, last time for you, boss. Come on, you're on fire today. How do I find the A value?
Is it 2?
Oh, how'd you get there, though?
Just looked at the graph, and the max and min are both 2.
All right, you got me there a little bit, but let's say it's 2 and 6, and I can't do that. What's the formula I need? I just want to do the formula out.
Max minus min over 2.
Okay, so he did 2 max minus min -2 over 2, and then he said, hey, it's 2. And Colin's absolutely right. If you guys want to put this in the back of your mind, if the max and the min are the same numbers, like 2 and -2, that'll be your amplitude too. All right, it's really only when the numbers are different that you got to put the formula in. So nice job there, Colin. I don't know if you realized you did that or not, but great job. This guy. Anna, here we go. Back to you. How about a little C value, Anna?
You do the max plus the min divided by 2.
Yep. So what's our C value here?
0.
Yeah. If the max and the min are the same, there's no shift. If you want to keep that in the back of your mind. Woo! All right, now for the tough one, the B value. The B value. I will help you out here because I'm sure a lot of people are nervous right now. Will, here we go, Will. All I need to know, Will, what's the formula we're using to find the B value? What formula have we been using that has B in it?
The period.
Yep, so P equals
2 pi over B.
all right, well, buckle up because you're going to help me find the period of this curve. I want to let everyone know again before I help Will out. Period. How long it takes on the x-axis before you start repeating. Okay? So here's the best way I do it. I start at the beginning, 0, 0. And I start tracing this curve with my pen or pencil until it starts repeating again. All right? So ready, Will? I'm going to start tracing this curve. It's not repeating yet. Not repeating yet. Still not repeating. Still not repeating. Still not repeating. Boom! Everyone see right here. It's going to, Will, do you see that? Right there, it's going to start going up and down again.
Yeah.
All right, so look on the x-axis, Will. How long did that take me on the x-axis until I reached where? Where am I right now, Will, on the x-axis?
You're at pi.
Pi. So that's how long it took. Pi. All right, so again, I always start at 0, 0, and I trace, 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 until it starts repeating again. And Will told us we're at pi. So it's pi for the period. All right, keep going, Will. Equals 2 pi over b. You've done, this is your second time doing it today with me. Cross multiply, Will. What do you end up with? Pi times?
B.
Yep. Equals what?
2 pi.
2 pi. What do you want to divide both sides by?
Pi.
Yep. So what's my b value here?
2.
Yep. Good job. B equals 2. Good job, Will. And then now, finally, somebody just take it from here. What's the equation now? Ooh, we didn't even go over that at the beginning, did we? What type of curve it is. Oh, somebody's going to have to tell me, huh? We didn't go over what type of curve we thought it was. Ooh, ones. Liz, here you go. Liz, how are you, Liz?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Thank you for asking. That was nice of you. Here we go. Y equals, what was our A value, Liz?
2.
2. Do you know what type of curve this is, Liz?
Sine.
Darn right. Way to go. Sine curve, because it starts at 0, the midline. All right. What's inside the parenthesis here? 2 sine what, Liz?
1/2 x.
Ooh, 1/2? Where'd you get the 1/2 from? 2. Yep. There you go. 2x. Any C value?
No.
Nope. So that's it. Good job, Liz. 2 sine 2x. Woo. Questions from you guys? Please ask. Because remember, probably 2 to 5 of your classmates are wondering the same thing. All right, let's do this. Hopefully, I haven't heard from some people yet, so hopefully I'll hear from them. Can you write this equation right now? I know it says a part A, but there's actually a question before that, which is write this equation. Amplitude of 1, frequency of 1/2, shifted up 3. You got everything you need right there, guys. Everything you need is given to you to write this equation. Let's do it. Here we go, Hunter. Y equals, what's your amplitude?
The amplitude 1.
1, you can put a 1 there if you want. If not, that's fine. What is this, sine or cosine?
It is sine.
So sine, what goes in the parentheses here? It gives you everything.
1/2
1/2 x, and then what about my C value?
plus 3.
There you go, up 3. Done. Gave you everything. All right, what's the maximum value of this one right here? What's the max value? We've had a ton of practice at this. Don't start freaking out. We've had a ton of practice. What's the max on here? What's the max? Hunter, I just called on you. I don't want to do it again. Oh, there we go. Oh, never mind. Good try. Well, how about going back? Mason, here's a new one. All right, we're finding the max value here, Mason. Max value. There's a shit.
4.
What's that?
4.
Okay, how'd you get there? You're absolutely correct. I just want your classmates to know how you got there.
So the amplitude, which is 1,
and then it was shifted up 3, so it's plus 3.
There you go. Everyone, before I shifted up 3, Mason's like, hey, it went from 1 to -1. But now you're going up 3, so everything gets moved up 3. And then he says, all right, you're only looking for the max here, so that's going to be 4. Yep. I got good news. This is always a good feeling. We're not going to do B. So you can just get rid of B for me. I don't need you to know where it hits the maximum value. That's not a concern to me. And also, ready, another good feeling, you can cross off number 6. How about that, guys? Huh? I'm just rolling along. And the reason you're crossing off number 6 is because there is no answer to number 6. I got to change that for next year. There is no answer to 6. So we got 7 and 8. We're done. 7 and 8. I'll let you guys read through 7 because I threw something new in there for number 7 on you. I threw in something new, so go ahead and read 7. See what I threw in there? Reflected in the x-axis. Reflected in the x-axis. So what do I need to do to the equation if it's reflected in the x-axis? All right, we'll talk about that sooner or later. All right, need somebody A, B, and C values. I've heard enough of this guy. We're done with him. Kian, here we go. What's my A value here?
2.
2. I skip over B here. C value.
Oh, do you want that from me?
Yep, keep going. You're with me the whole time here.
-1.
Okay, here we go. Let's solve for the B value now. Period equals 2 pi over B. What's the period here, Kian?
3 pi.
All right, so 3 pi is equal to 2 pi over B. Cross multiply. What do you end up getting when you cross multiply, Kian? 3 pi times?
Well, 3 pi B
Yep.
equals 2 pi.
All right.
And then you get 2/3.
How'd you get 2/3? What are you doing here?
I divided 3 pi on both sides.
Yep, so everyone, that's how we got B to be 2/3. All right, you're good, Kian. Thank you. Now I'm going to go to the equation, everybody. Y equals... Colin, I told you you were done. Hunter's done. Ella, going back to you now, Ella. Ready to go? You got this.
Okay. So it would be y equals 2.
Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead. 2.
Y equals 2, and then cosine.
Yep.
And then it would be in parentheses 2/3 x.
Yep.
Minus 1.
Okay, good job, Ella. I got one more question for you, all right?
Mhm.
That's good here. The only thing we did not take care of in the problem was reflected. Do you remember what was added to the equation if I knew, hey, I got to flip it. All the maxes become mins, all the mins become maxes. What did you always see when you graphed?
Yeah. So then the 2 cosine would become negative.
Yes! Good job, Ella. There you go. -2 cosine. Everyone all right? That tells me it was being flipped. You guys know that from graphing. Oh, I see a negative out in front. Everywhere I would do a max, I'm going to do a min. So we got to make sure that's in our equation. Good job, Ella. One more to go. Any issues? All right, one more. Not only come up with the equation, but we're going to graph it. All right, come up with the equation and graph. So you guys can read, it's going to be a cosine curve. Max of 14, minimum of 6. Periods 12. Let's do the equation first. All right, let's do the equation. Anna, here you go. How do I start? By finding the A value here. Suggestions on how I could find the A value.
You do 14 minus 6 divided by 2.
Good job. Max minus min divided by 2. What do you got for me, Anna?
4.
4. So the A value is 4. A lot of respect, Anna. No excuses. You're coming here sick. I love it. All right. A lot of respect there. No excuses. Just getting the job done. A lot of people would have packed it in. Dan, how can I find the C value?
The C value is 4 plus 6.
14 plus 6
14 plus 6.
over 2. What's my C value?
C value is 10.
10. Done. So I got A and C. Ready for B now. B value. Dan, we just hit you up there. Nick! In the house, by the way. In the house. NF, in the house. How are we doing the B value?
Use the period formula.
Period, which is 12. 12 equals 2 pi over B. Cross multiply, Nick. I get 12b equals 2 pi. Everyone focus in here because this is a little different now. What are you dividing by, Nick?
12.
Yep, divide both sides by 12. Pi's don't cancel out here. The pi's won't cancel out. But the 12 over 2 can reduce to what, Nick?
Pi over 6.
Pi over 6. Good job. 12 over 2 reduces to 1 over 6. But the pi stays there. Good work, guys. Can anybody put it all together for me now? What's the equation before we graph it? Oh, Caroline.
Y equals
Whoa, whoa, okay, go ahead. Sorry, I wasn't ready. Y equals?
4 cosine pi over 6 x plus 10.
Wow, that was great, Caroline.
Thanks.
Good job. You doing all right today?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right, everyone ready to graph? Let's do it. Quick, go back to the end of the directions. End of the directions. We got to do 2 cycles here. So don't spread out your graph just as much because we don't need 4 tick marks. We're going to need 8. All right, we're going to need 8 tick marks here if we're going to do 4 cycles. 2 cycles, excuse me. All right, so don't spread it out as much. So let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There's 1 cycle right there. Another 4. There we go. So I should have 8 on there total. All right, what am I going to go by on the x-axis? This is what we practiced the last 2 days now. Last 2 days. How do I figure out what I'm going to go by on the x-axis now? Sophia, there you go. There's a name for today. Sophia, how have we been finding what to go by on the x-axis?
Getting the key values.
Yeah. How do you get the key value?
Pi over 6 over 4.
Ooh. Don't take the frequency. You take the what instead? Don't take the frequency. You take the... Yeah, there you go. So 12 divided by 4. So we're going to go by what here, Sophia? Yeah, you're good. Be confident. You're good. We're going by 3s. You take the period divided by 4. All right, Sophia. Let's set it up for me. I got starting it off with 3. And then what?
6.
Yep. Keep rolling.
9,
Yep.
12,
1 cycle. Good. Keep going, though. I need another one.
15,
Yeah.
18,
Yeah.
21,
Yeah.
24.
There you go. Good. 2 cycles of that sucker. Nice job. What should be the y-axis, though? What should I be putting on my y-axis? Max and min, right? Everyone, I should be putting on the max and the min, which are 14 and 6, so that's got to be on there. Max, min, and what else? Anybody? What else am I forgetting? Max, min, what else should go on there? Midline, which is 10, all right? The midline's got to go on there too. So I need 6, 10, and 14. You guys decide. What are we thinking? Probably 2s here? Ones aren't going to fit on my graph. I think if we go by 2s, maybe they'll fit. Yeah, that fits. I'll go one more for you. That fits perfectly. All right, cosine curve. I need to plot the points now. Think about the cosine curve. Where does it start? Where does it go? Where does it end? Finish strong, guys. Finish strong. We're there. Mason, let's finish strong. Tell me something about the cosine curve. Where does it start?
It starts at the maximum.
Which would be 14 for us. Then where?
Then goes to the midline.
Which we found was our C value of 10. Then?
To the minimum.
Which was 6. Then where?
Back to the midline.
Midline of 10. Finishes where?
Back at the maximum.
Yep. And guys, guys and girls, we're going to do that one more time because that was one cycle Mason just gave us. Got to do it all over again for a second cycle. So midline, minimum, midline, maximum. Make it look nice and neat like curves. There it is. 2 cycles of it. 2 cycles of this curve. Not bad, guys. Nice job. Anybody, you guys have any questions on writing the equation, finding the B value? Anything at all? Before I let you go, let me give you a heads up. Tomorrow, I know some of you guys like to go ahead and get the assignment done ahead of time before we come to class. Don't do that. We are not going to do the assignment in the packet. I made up a really neat delta math assignment tomorrow, right, that you guys are going to do instead. So please do not try to go ahead and do the assignment in the packet because it's not going to be that tomorrow. It's going to be a delta math assignment. All right? So just a heads up. Questions, comments, any concerns? Wasn't too bad, right? Wasn't too bad. All right, I'll see some of you guys in class tomorrow. All right, let me know if you have any concerns or problems going on that I need to know about. All right, have a great day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Is Carlino?
Yes, Will, go ahead.